Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to episode 11 of The Long Dark. Where we left off last time is where we woke up in the morning and, unfortunately, found out that it is pretty much a blizzard outside, as we can see. Well, as we'll be able to see in a second when it loads. When it loads. There we go. Yeah, no, it's pretty much white out, and it's minus 28 degrees Celsius, so there's pretty much no way we're going out in that. So it looks like housework is in order. So we have some cured guts. Some of them are almost done. 2 finished ones. The wolf pelts are almost done. Oh, I can't see a damn thing in here. So these saplings are almost cured as well. So that's going quite well. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else to actually learn, do we? Because we learned it all. What have we got in our bags that we can... Oh, no, maybe we can't. No, we got it in our things, haven't we? So let's research 2 hours of this here book and see what the weather's looking like at the end of that. Research already complete. Okay, so there's no longer a blizzard, which is nice. Carcass harvesting number 2. So actually, let's have a look at our skills. So we got carcass harvesting number 2. I can't speak today. I don't know why. Reduction in meat harvesting times. That's fine. Fire starting. We need to get better. Base cooking skill. Okay. I see. I see. I've never really looked too much into the skills, to be honest. Since they were implemented. As to what they actually do, I just sort of assumed, you know, stuff gets better, which it does, but I was never sure exactly how. So what have we got on us? Was it ordered by weight? Let's have a look. Do we have any food? No, we do not. So we probably need to eat something, and we should probably have a drink, because I want to go out today and probably get some more firewood. I think might be not too bad of a thing to go and grab. I'm just looking through stuff to make sure we're not carrying any useless items on us or overly heavy items on us. We don't need that book. Well, that was a silly thing. Well, I suppose we're going to burn it, so it doesn't matter if it's under there or not. Let's chuck some of this stuff away. Arrowhead we don't need to be carrying on us. Cured gut we don't need to be carrying either of those. Any other heavy stuff that we don't need to be carrying? No, I'd say we're probably okay. Actually, we do have that wheatstone, don't we? Whetstone. Whetstone, wheatstone. Actions, sharpen. So we'll do this a few times. I think today I probably only want to go out and get some wood. So like there's a few limbs downed limbs nearby that we might go and harvest those. Because I mean, if I'm honest, I'm not actually sure what much else there is to do in this sort of area. Because there really isn't, like, we could go all the way up to the north of the zone where there's no, like, ways out or anything like that, but there's certainly places that we can loot, which might not be such a bad thing. Right, so we'll increase this a few more times. I'm hoping I've got some stuff outside, some meat outside. I can't remember whether I do or not. It escapes me at the moment. Is that 100%? It's 100%. Can we actually do our hacksaw as well? Okay, so we need scrap metal and quality tools. I think I remember looking at that before. We also... Okay, we just need scrap metal for that. Hunting rifle. That's at 80%. Yeah, I think that all looks okay. We don't actually... I didn't realise we don't actually have a knife, do we? We just have a hatchet and a hacksaw. So I think... Let's put this wheatstone away, because there is no need for us to be carrying it around with us all the time. Oh. We got 1 rifle ammunition, so presumably we can... There we go. Load our rifle. And let's go outside and have a look around. Hopefully it's not too cold. And we have no food. Oh dear. Okay, well, maybe we'll come across a wolf that will shoot in the face. Who knows? Luckily it's not all that chilly outside. Lovely day for a nice stroll outside, I think. So maybe, yeah, tomorrow we'll just follow the road up north all the way up that way. But for the moment, I think we'll just maybe go and chop some wood up. There's nothing down there that we can loot. 'Cause there were some boats down there, but we already looted those. Of course, we now have to be careful for wolves, just because surely they must have respawned by now. I don't know how long it is, but I would imagine it must have been at least, what, 3 or 4 days? Probably 4 days since I killed them. I can't hear anything. There's a deer all the way over there, or a stag, rather. No, I can't hear anything still. So maybe they are not present. So we're going to go over here, because just to the right, on the side of the road, or off the side of the road rather, there's a few limbs that we will hack to pieces and happily take for ourselves. We might also pick up sticks as well. Sure, it's only 5 minutes. Luckily it's not that cold, so it won't really matter too much that we're about to stand out in the open for a good hour or so while we're start chopping up these limbs. And what with our nice new shiny hatchet, that will reduce the time even more. I'm fairly certain. Was that the wind, or was that something a bit more sinister? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know whether you could hear it, but I could certainly hear it. Or maybe I heard it in my mind and it wasn't actually real. I thought I heard a wolf. A wolf. It's annoying that it keeps going to... It wants me to use my hacksaw rather than my hatchet. Fir firewood. Is there anything else? I mean, assuming there is. Stick stuff. What's my weight like at the moment? 25, so I probably have enough to chop another limb. And then I'll call it quits on the wood hunting front for today. Oh, lovely. Does this one count as a cedar limb? Okay, that's fine. 45 minutes, we'll break that down, and then we'll probably go home, because it's getting a lot colder. Yeah. Oh, okay. It was because we were stood out in the wind. Because if you look, it's -1 now. Feels like -1 rather than it was -10. So presumably, the thing that's cold is the wind, which, yeah, no, it's definitely the wind. I thought that was like some sort of strange miniature fox or wolf then. That was a bit surreal. But no, just a rabbit. That's one thing we actually probably want to do is build some snares. Because up around the church, there are lots of rabbits. So we will build us some snares and maybe go and chuck them down up there. Especially if we intend on moving elsewhere. Like, I think the next one along is Pleasant Valley, and obviously you have like Jackrabbit Island. No, Coastal Highway, sorry. You have like Jackrabbit Island, which, as the name probably implies, has a lot of rabbits. Although I've never actually used a snare before, so this will be first time for everything. I assume it's just a case of you plonk it down, you come back a few hours later, and there either is or is not some rabbits. But like I said, I literally have never used one before. Normally, because on Voyager, like I said, this is the first time I've ever started in this zone, and the other ones that I've started in are normally the easier ones, and there's so much stuff that you never need to hunt for anything to actually survive. Right, so what do I want to do? Or what have I got to decant? Sticks. Where's my stick pile? Stand on top of here, drop all of the sticks. And I probably want to... Are these cured yet? They are cured. Right, so let's move those up there. Make a bit of room. Make a bit of room. Lovely jubbly. What about these? Are these done yet? Unfortunately, I can't see a damn thing. Right. I hope you can see it, because I can't. It's getting a bit dark in here. Water bottle, fine for water bottles. Okay, maybe I should just chuck... I'll tell you what, let's get this bloody thing out, because I can't see a thing. That's better. I can actually freaking see now. That's nice. Let's make a bit of room. Organise a bit, do a bit of housekeeping with the time we've got left, because there's 3 hours until darkness, which is quite a lot of time. So I think maybe over here is where we go and chuck down our... Drop all of our firewood. So that's actually quite a nice haul, I think. We do need to eat something, though. Which... Oh, no, it's not on this one. Which one's it in? Second one. Okay. What are we going to eat? Not mouldy stuff, that's for damn sure. Dusty pork and beans. New pinnacle peaches. Condensed milk I normally like to leave for emergencies. So we're going to have these dusty pinnacle peaches. So I'm going to put this out. And then we're going to eat our peaches in the dark. Eat and... Wow, we can use a hatchet. Obviously they're cold, but, you know, we're not that picky. Jeez. There we go, that's fine. Let's holster this. I think we've got 3 hours of daylight left and it is very, very dark. Maybe we eat something else. Mouldy chocolate bar. Oh, I don't want to eat mouldy stuff. Mouldy stuff is not good to eat. Let's eat another lot of pinnacle peaches. I suppose that is the challenging thing about this region, is that there seems to be plenty of other stuff, but there is not a lot of food, like lootable food. It's all food that's pretty much you find. No, what am I on about? I mean, sorry, that it's all food that you have to hunt for. Like, there's not a lot of lootable food just lying around places. I'm going to pass the time for 4 hours. And that warmed me up nicely. And then that'll take us slightly into the night. And then I'll go to sleep. For 10 hours. Because that should get us all the way back up to max sort of fatigue, for lack of a better term. And woke up fully rested. 13 hours of daylight. I was hoping it would get rid of the morning. Like the extra cold bit that is normally right at the start of the morning. But it would seem not. So we'll take a water bottle. And I guess I probably want to... Oh, sorry, we'll just have this condensed milk.
I could eat anything right now.
My bearded dragon is still insisting on running around in his vivarium, causing a ruckus. So apologies if you could hear some random, like, scratching or banging in the background. It's not me, I promise. I blame him. Let's chuck the cured guts. And what else do we want to chuck in there? There were birch saplings, weren't there? Somewhere? Further down. Cured birch saplings. Transfer all. Cured gut, cured gut, cured gut. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do now, I guess, once these pallets of... Are there any of these near done? Once these pallets have cured, then I probably need to think about crafting something. What we craft, I have no idea. But, you know, we'll need to do something. We are very hungry. So I think maybe we go in and grab some food for the road. Because I don't want to take the chance that I can't actually find anything. That would be a bit of a bummer. So we'll take 2 cans of orange soda. Because they obviously give you calories as well as slake your thirst. So, what do I want to do? How many hours of daylight? 13 hours of daylight. I'm just hoping it gets a little bit warmer, because it is pretty chilly outside. It's minus 19 degrees. So I think maybe I wait an hour? Do I wait an hour? It's a little bit annoying that you have to go to your bed to wait an hour. Let's... Okay, I'm not tired enough to sleep, so I'll pass time for an hour. Hopefully, it's a little bit warmer outside. It is a little bit warmer, so minus 10 rather than minus 19, so I'll take that. Weirdly enough, though, it seems to be a lot darker. So, I mean, I'm going to head out now. But I'll probably put a cut in this episode, and we'll start in the next episode in a few minutes. Because otherwise, this episode will probably be like 40 minutes long, which, you know, might be fine for me to sit here and record 40 minutes. But whether or not you have the the desire to sit here and watch it is obviously the bigger factor involved. So we're just going to get to the road and follow it along and see what we find, basically. I fully anticipate we're going to come across some wolves, just because that is, you know, just what I expect to happen. There's quite a lot of wolves on this map. Not as much as Coastal Highway, I grant you, but there's still quite a few. So what you have to do is stick to the actual tarmac, because if you notice, it does give you quite a significant speed boost. So we've been up there. There's a wascally wabbit. Do they count as saplings? Let's have a look. They should do, surely. Oh, no, they must be bushes. The whatsty-wop bushes, the rose hips, presumably. So I think what we're going to come to here is on our right-hand side in a little bit, should be the road that leads down to what I'm calling the whaling station, because I don't actually know what it is, and it just looked vaguely like a whaling station, or what I would expect a whaling station to look like. So that should appear on our right-hand side, and I know there's normally wolves that spawn around there, around that entrance. So we should be prepared to shoot some in the face, or hopefully just avoid them in general. We don't have all that many bullets. We have 5. So probably not a great idea to go trying to fight a wolf. And although we do have our survival bow, I'm not terribly confident that I will actually hit said wolf with survival bow. So here we are. Here's the entrance. I'm going to go and have a look in this little shack here, and then we'll have a look in that car. I can't hear anything. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Right, I'm going to put in a cut in here. So I'll end this episode here, and then we'll start off, obviously, from the exact same place and continue our exploration for today. But thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you in the next episode. Take care.